Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Alright, let's get out of here before Hammer starts talking to us again and see what we can do about solving the problem with his, well, with the warehouse. Alright, let's head back up here.
Gone.
Kind of sad that the thugs no longer attack me. You know what? Let's see if we can fix that. Greetings! I don't know what you want, but I don't want to give it. Go away. I had some questions. Really? Well, if that's all you want. Can you tell me more about this award? That's some more questions. Never mind, farewell. Nope. I was hoping that he might actually, like, just outright attack me.
I'm gone.
Alright. Well, let's go see what we can do about this. I'd like to claim something. I'm here to retrieve a pillow for Hammerus the Coffin Maker. Oh, gained item. A pillow? I could certainly use a pillow. A big stone pillow. Here's your pillow, Master Hammerus, and good luck sleeping with it. Can I get you anything else? No thanks. Farewell. We at the Vault of the Ninth World value your business. Please return. Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, that was a little bit easier than I expected. Dream pillow. I guess I'll just go, leave now. You know what, let's, oh, right. Teeth of the Fire Drake.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
So that's basically what, 4 to 14 damage versus just 2 to 7 that poisons, or I guess that would be oh right, use. I want you to become a more powerful magic weapon. That's right, I completely forgot about that. Alright, so 1 to 6 crushing, it's +2 weapon. This is considered +1. Alright, so I'll just try to remember that.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, those are better. You can hold on to these. That's about it for now. Alright. I guess I don't need to go back to Hammerus, then. Well, which is perfectly fine by me. I'm good with that. I'm kind of sad that the thugs no longer attack me. I would kind of like to get, you know... I mean, they're easy now, and they had free money, essentially. Oh well.
All right.
Alrighty, let's go up here and talk to Nil again. I have the pillow for you. Let's get on with it!
Updated my journal.
Anytime you're ready for the dream key, Scarred Man, give the word and I'll pass it to you. Give me the key. He pauses as if gathering errant thoughts. Close your eyes and stretch out your hand, he says. You have to feel this key before you see it or it won't function. Do as he says. Peek! 16,000 experience points. You feel a touch in the palm of your calloused hand. At first you can barely feel it, but it rapidly grows in solidity in moments. Until you finally hear Xander's voice. Open your eyes. When you do, you see a simple black feather in the palm of your hand. My work is finished, Xander nods. Use that key on the leftmost door of the foundry, and the Dream Builder will open to you. I must go now. I have work to attend to. A feather? All that work for a feather? My thanks, Xander. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Wow, he's just like running off. Dream Key. This is a simple black feather used to operate the Dream Builder in the Great Foundry. Ah, looks like we've hung him up there.
I'm gone.
Lost item. Dream Builder. You find yourself standing under a hangman's noose. A gravelly voice crackles out of the darkness. You dream again? 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 Your body seems strangely light and airy, like you've lost control of it. Like the winds blow you where they will. You find yourself floating through a maze of twisted plants and black barbs that tear at your insubstantial body. Creatures of nightmare pull themselves from the ground and walls and rip at your flesh. Their furious attack drives you into unconsciousness. But I just wanted to be friends with you guys. Oh. Well, that appears to be something that... You're standing in front of a tower of skulls that babbles at you, but you can't understand the words. A clattering behind you distracts you, and you see a battalion of fiends rushing you. Hi, new Parabos. I think those are new Parabos. You're standing in the maze again, and the stench of death surrounds you. You know you've killed all of them. The cackling voice breaks in once again. Oh, my pretty little puzzle. You have killed these and so many more that I've lost count of them all. You're stricken mute and cannot reply. I wonder if that's supposed to be Ravel. Come to me, my poppet. Come to Ravel in her black barbed maze. Come dream with me. Shake yourself awake. What, that's it? Okay, well.
I'm gone.
Yep, I guess that was Ravel. And I guess we can't go back in. That was interesting. Alright, let's head over to the Civic Fest Hall where we can dump off some stuff that we probably don't need. And I'm wondering if maybe I should try to get more healing items before I enter Ravel's maze. Probably be okay.
A question. Mort, how do you stay aloft?
Flatulence, you stupid polygon.
I will consider this.
What do I need the succubus for? She'll turn on us, she will.
I wish you could trigger those conversations. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's go in here so we have some... so we don't have to listen to the Baroque music again while we're talking to someone.
All right.
Wonder if the Modrons will have anything to say about Nordom being in the party. I have some questions. Nope. All right, Nordom, let's chat. Nordom is staring at his crossbows intently. They are making a variety of clicking noises. First one, then the other, as if conversing. What are you doing with your crossbows? Attention, Nordom, required. Nordom turns, swivels to you, stutters in mid-path, then reorients himself with a clank. Response to query. Action being performed on crossbows. Submit request for clarification. Null crossbows present. You have a pair of crossbows right there, Nordom. Clarification. Statement rife with fallacies. Nordom does not employ crossbows. He stutters for a moment, then suddenly the crossbows are pointing at you. But you didn't see them move. Null crossbows. Oh, really? What do you call those two clicking things in your hands? Response to clicking objects held in opposable digits. Nordom raises his riveted fingers and waves the two crossbows, which suddenly start clicking and twanging as if in irritation. Response. Objects equal gear spirits. Gear spirits? What do you mean? Query. Define. Gear spirits. Response. Gear spirits. Yes, but what are gear spirits? Chief, as much fun as this is, prying a bar stool out of a Beta Zoo's rear might prove more worthwhile than rattling our bone boxes with this stupid polygon. Do you know what gear spirits are, Mort? Chief, I have no idea what this cube is rattling on about. I thought you were the expert on the planes. Well, I know more than you staggering guttural amnesiac. Besides, here's 3 more bits of knowledge to rattle about in that empty brain box of yours. 1, there are no experts on the planes. 2, I'm the closest thing to one you're going to find. And 3, treat me with some respect. Why? See the second reason. Alright then, Nordom, I have some other questions for you. I'm curious, Nordom, how did you end up in Rubicon? Nordom chirrups. Query requires submitting of chronology. Shall Nordom submit chronology? Yes, I would like to know. Orders received at initiation of Rubicon project. Departure from plane Mechanus. Stage 1st. Arrival at destination. Plane Limbo. Stage 2nd. Parameters dictated by Superior Creative Director. Shaped matter of plane Limbo to test hypothesis. Rubicon dungeon constructed. Go on. Superior. Director of Create. Lost in field test. Chronology disrupted upon achievement of stage 2nd. 3rd stage. Disruption occurs. Not part of project directives. What happened during this 3rd stage? 3rd stage, unprecedented. Nordom specific stage. Hypothesis, lack of director plus exposure to plane, chaos, resulted in perspective of Nordom to deviate from norm. Deviate from norm? How? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordom clicks his eyes closed and begins to hum. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective evaluation. Perceptions have become 1, smaller, and B, louder. Wings have been replaced with arms. Reasons unknown. Suspicion hypothesis. Not liked wings? Speculation. Nordom was once 1, but is now smaller, louder, 1. Change has resulted in information processing difficulties. I see. And Nordom, I had some other questions for you. Tell me about Mechanus, Nordom. Nordom freezes, then slowly the gears in his elbows begin turning in a slow hypnotic synchronization. Define query. Mechanus. Plane of order. Sense. Cause generates effect. Predictable. Law. Logic. Regimented. Obedience. Gears turn. Mechanus equals Nordom. Origin. Mechanus equals null home. Nordom. Mechanus. Boring in every sense of the word, Chief. Imagine a plane filled with modrons and big turning gears. And you have the great big boring plane of Mechanus. Too many laws, too annoying. Place you wouldn't even want to think about, let alone visit. But I might want to go visit, Wow, I am just completely blanking on that deity's name right now. The myconic deity. It's just gone from my head. That is bad. Silafir. There we go. Mort's critiques aside, Mechanus is actually a fascinating place. There is no sky there, only great gears that turn in space. They shine light according to their cycles, and the effect is really quite breathtaking. The logic and order of the planes can be relaxing, and there's more than enough to do to quell one's boredom if you know where to go and how to go. Excuse me, Miss Priestess of Piety, but Mechanus is the most boring place in the universe. The only interesting thing about it would be if you visited. Mort rolls his eyes. But I have a feeling even that would lose its charm after a while. Nordom, what did you mean before by null home? Mechanus equals origin point. Source, energy. Cannot return to Mechanus. Null home. Broke law through with existence. Central office for the punishment of offenders waits in Regulus. Mechanus, origin, null home. Home, null place. What do you mean by source? Source equals energy. All Modrons are part of this pool, Chief. Kind of like the big bank of energy. When one of them dies, the energy it took to make the Modron is absorbed back into the bank, and a new one spit out. Thing is, when a Modron goes a little nutty, he kind of cuts that connection, but he keeps a bit of the energy. Fall from Grace nods. Mort is correct. Modrons share a common energy. In some ways, this energy links all of them. When one of them dies, the energy is absorbed back into the common pool, and a new Modron is created from that energy. When a Modron goes rogue, then he severs the link from his kind and takes a small part of the energy with him. Mort glares at Fall from Grace. Do you mind? I had the answer covered, thank you. I'm the font of information here, not you, alright? Fall from Grace nods slightly. My apologies, Mort. I did not mean to offend. Mort, I need all the information I can get, so don't get territorial on me. If Fall from Grace has something to add, then I want to hear it, alright? Oh, I get it. Maybe if I was a succubus, you'd listen to me more often. Well, that goes without saying, Mort. Come on. I mean, state the obvious. Maybe if I showed a little skin once in a while, then I'd get some respect, huh? That's pretty shallow, Chief. Pretty shallow. Why, I oughta... Mort, Fall from Grace breaks in gently. I must confess, without your original foundation of information, I would have been hard-pressed to explain the situation. Frequently, your use of metaphors and phrases makes it much easier for others to understand your explanations. It makes you a far better teacher than I. She's totally lying to stroke his ego. Oh, yeah, yeah, you just... Yeah, you hear that, Chief? What the succubus said? She's right. It's easier to understand, more wise to the chant. Know what I'm saying? You need me around, see? Right, so I have another question. You're both saying Nordom is part of the source, but he's cut off from it. And when a Modron dies, they're reabsorbed. Will Nordom be? Mort nods. And if he dies, another Nordom is created. No. What happens? Well, they'll take his energy, Chief, and they'll spit out another Modron. But it won't be Nordom, because he's not really a Modron anymore. He's got too much of the planes in him. They'll make a non-Nordom replacement. So, in turning rogue, he's become mortal? Mort pauses for a moment. Well, yeah, you could put it like that. I mean, if he hadn't had his little rogue rebellion, then he'd be fine. If he died, another Modron would pop up just like him. But since he became backwards, well, that part's going to be lost when he dies. So, I'm not a fan of the kind of way that they've basically turned them all into nodes in some great network. I never got the impression of that. They're collective individuals is kind of how I saw them. They all did have a sense of self, but it was kind of subsumed in the whole. I don't know. It's a little bit difficult to explain right here, but I would expect a Modron that is not rogue that you encounter to still be able to greet you and still have a name and everything like that. Now, the name may be kind of like a quote-unquote serial number, but certainly the higher-ups are unique individuals. But they're also extremely hierarchical. All right, Nordom, I had some other questions for you. Tell me about Mechanus, Nordom. Oh, I already did that. Oops. And some other questions for you. How are you doing, Nordom? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordom clicks his eyes closed and begins to hum. Wait for Nordom to complete his analysis. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective and evaluation. Perceptions have become 1 smaller and B louder. Oh. That's the same thing. Do you think your separation from the source is what caused your perspective shift from that quieter, broader 1 to the smaller, louder 1? Nordom stares at you for a moment in silence, then a slow whir comes from inside his frame as he clicks. You're not certain, but it sounds like something clicked into place. Nordom?
Updated my journal.
Holy cow! 36,000 experience points, and his intelligence and constitution both went up. Nordom? Status updated. Introspective drain halted. Rerouting speculation routines to main queue. To your surprise, some of the warbling has gone out of Nordom's voice. It is more level, more controlled than it was before. The effect is a little unnerving. I had some questions for you. How you doing, Nordom? Nordom was once one, but is now smaller, louder one. Addition of source, reason, perception shift has aided information processing by plus 5%. Alright, let's add some other questions for you. Ever heard of someone named Ravel Puzzlewell, Nordom? Negatory. Nordom's body begins vibrating. Then there is a sharp snap as it stops. Subject of inquiry is not known to Nordom. Alright then. Do you know anything about the Blood War? Define Blood War, the largest conflict in recorded history. Underlying cause of war. Ideological differences between Beta Zoo, law, and Tanari, chaos. Qualifiers of war, racial genocide. Prospect of war ending unless every Beta Zoo and or every Tanari exterminated is 0.0000000000001%. Primary competence, Beta Zoo, Tanari. Participants in war, all. I'm pretty sure that primary competence would also include Yugoloths. I may have missed some of those zeros. I wasn't about to read all that off. Tell me about the Beta Zoo. AKA Fiends, Devils. Information incomplete. Generic descriptor, Beta Zoo. Inhabitants of the plane, Bator. Numbers, incalculable. Primary attack form, dependent on caste. Immunities, fire, cold iron. Poison, physical traits, dependent on subrace. Majority exhibit resistance to cold gas. Personality traits, lawful, evil, manipulative. Efficiency, 73%. I guess they would take damage from acid too. Tell me about the Tanari. AKA Fiends, Demons. Information incomplete. Generic descriptor. Tanari. Inhabitants of the plane. Abyss. Numbers incalculable. Primary attack form. Depends on category. Immunities. Lightning. Fire. Non-magical poison. Physical traits. Dependent on subrace. Majority exhibit resistance to cold, magical fire, gas. Personality traits. Chaotic. Evil. Efficiency 13%. Alright, had some other questions.
Nordom has improved.
Nice. And let's see, your constitution is up to 17 and intelligence is up to 17. Oh, but on the other hand, now he's no longer 16, 16, 16, 16. And then 8 and 8. Oh well. Alright, level up. +1 bow. Fighting skills have improved. 10 hit points gained. 3 hit points gained from constitution. Not too shabby. And now you have the same number of hit points as Anna. And more than I do. And why did the party order get changed up?
What's up?
That's fine. Alright. Well, let's see. Is there anything else that we want to do? No. Alright. Looks like all we've got left now is to head into the maze. Well, getting close to the end of the episode, but I suppose we can... Oh, that's right. No, I was gonna go dump some stuff off in the, in my room. That's right. I will go do that. That is probably a good idea. I'm not sure what intelligence does for Nordom, though. Alright, so we'll dump some stuff off, and then we will go into the maze. Which I think is gonna keep us away from Sigil for quite a while. Why did you just jump into my party?
I will wait for your return.
Done.
Why did that... That was weird. Oh well. Alright, let's see. I don't think I need that anymore, so I can leave that. I'll want to keep a hold of that. That I can leave so that I can sell it.
Done.
Alright, what was I putting in here? I forget. That is all... Okay, yeah, that is all story-based stuff, so that can go in there. Oh yeah, I should sell those at some point.
Good as done.
I don't think I'm going to need the severed arm anymore. Leave that.
I shall serve.
Still going to keep those in case that I need them.
Why not?
Leave the enchanted punch daggers.
By your command.
Nah, that's fine.
It shall be done.
Alright, still don't know what I can do with the monster jug. Alright. Not too much that
I'm gone.
we wanted to leave off here. I don't think we need to rest, but we'll do it anyway, just to be on the safe side. Alright, and when we come back in the next episode, we'll head into Ravel's Maze. See you next time, everyone.